Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trailer Trash Talk. First up, we got The Big Year. Thoughts?
Looks like an awesome movie. That's my thought on it. It looks sweet. Jack Black, Steve Martin, and Owen Wilson. Dude.
I actually saw Steve Martin on Conan talking about this movie before I saw the trailer, and Steve Martin is one of my favorite actors of all time,
yeah, he's
and
amazing.
he makes everything great. But he didn't he said that this movie is about bird watchers, or as they like to be called, birders. So I'm like, wait, what is this? But the trailer actually looks funny.
You know what? The little intro before the trailer with the three of them standing there.
That was
and
really,
he calls
really funny.
Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, Luke. Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
And I hope that that's kind of
the chemistry that they all have.
Right.
It looks like it's three friends, someone who's going through a midlife crisis, someone who's going through a work-life crisis, and someone with a no-life crisis. And they kind of have this competition to do the most things in a year, the big year.
Yeah.
And they all do it, and they're all traveling from here place to place. And
I'm excited to see Jack Black in something again. Like, I feel like he's had a lot of, Kung Fu Panda was good, but live action.
Well, I also don't think that he has had anybody that really has acting abilities in movies for him to look up to and bring him out better.
Yeah.
And now working with Steve Martin.
In that star aspect, there's movies in like High Fidelity where he's a great comedic performance in that, but it's the supporting performance. He's not a main character. You don't really care about what's happening with him. He's just helping the story move along. This, I actually care what's going on with him.
Me too. Yeah, it really looks. I think this is going to be a really good comedy.
Yeah, and let's not discount Owen Wilson. I mean,
No,
I
he's great.
love him. I
He's
think
hilarious.
his delivery is great. He's got great comedic timing, and so just the three of them together, it sounds kind of like good.
I'm on board for this one.
Stoked.
Next up is a movie I'm actually pretty excited for, Underworld Awakening.
Woo!
I've always been a fan of the Underworld movies.
Dude, that first one blew me away.
Yeah,
I totally did not expect it to be that good.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I've loved them all, and even if this one's terrible, I know it says in 3D. At least we have another movie with Kate Beckinsale kicking ass.
Oh yeah, I'll take
for
that.
days.
And to be honest, the franchise, obviously we were all amazed at the first one because there was no basis, no expectation, nothing. Even from there, the second one wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It was okay.
No,
it was a good follow-up.
The third one I was happy with because it brought back Michael Shannon, and I really loved him leading the werewolves. It was phenomenal, and it was not the worst movie again.
Yeah.
There were times that I felt it was unnecessary, just because I'm like, it was like they're stretching for another story. But it ended up, after a couple times, I was like,
yeah, that's fine. I'm cool. They had Bill Nye again, which was cool.
Oh, he's great.
He's always a treat.
You got to bring those people back by doing, a prequel of sorts. So.
And I have to say I'm a fan of any movie with vampires and werewolves that don't glitter
big time.
They do it right. They do the transformations cool. Like it has that.
Oh, I love the effects on the
old
werewolves,
feel.
the lichens in those movies.
And I know this came before the twinkling and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but they're dark.
They're
dark atmosphere,
They're
dark world.
They're sexy. You want to be with them, but you don't because they're vampires and they're dangerous. It's everything you want, and then the action is awesome.
Yeah.
That part where she's running down the hallway.
It's like good luck. See
What about the dude on the thing? She jumps off and snaps his neck. It looks like that.
Yeah, off of like an emergency fire escape. Like
I'm telling you, man.
Cool.
This looks awesome.
I'm gonna check it out.
So our next flick is Puncture, starring Chris Evans, not as Captain America. So it's kind of weird.
Which means that I don't care about this movie.
Awesome. You're going to miss out on something that might be actually really cool. It looks like it's about a lawyer trying to fight the system. Actually, he's like trying to help the system hide something that's going to cure everyone. It was
definitely
like
confusing.
It was like this mystery drug that has this powerful potential that could really change the world, but they don't want it to be that way. It would destroy the company if it did actually get out, and he's kind of fighting with it. Not only that, fighting a drug problem from what it seems like.
He's addicted himself.
Yeah, so
that was one of my favorite scenes in the trailers when the secretary hands him
the thing under the nose.
It's like,
you got a little thing there.
Yeah, and it looks like that was in the opposing law office where that was happening. It's like, nice.
It's like, oh, awesome, bro. You should maybe clean up before you come argue for something.
The thing about this movie, though, is I feel like the drug addiction thing was added at last second to add some kind of
Captain America feel? Because Captain America did steroids, okay?
No.
Remember that. Captain America did steroids.
I actually think it was kind of a desperate attempt because it doesn't seem like they're showing his drug addiction as gritty as it should really be.
Yeah,
it shows like he can still have a life. You know, like he can still be a lawyer.
Hey, drug addicts,
and you be
crackheads,
fine, you know,
you can
with
still
the drug
do
addiction.
something.
I'm like, no, his life would be in shambles, and him rehearsing what he's going to say in the next day in court, you know, as he's stoned out of his mind.
I didn't get that because the people he brought in to, it looked like a crappy hotel room to do that, looks like prostitutes, druggies, not exactly people you want to be doing that.
He's the lawyer on from the wrong side of the tracks, trying to help not really the best people. It's kind of just like a crazy mess of drama.
And plus,
I'm curious.
On top of that, like what's weird for me is that this is a big drastic change, and it almost feels forced. Like he's the face of America on one movie, and now, I mean, like drug addiction is one of the lowest things that humans really see in their eyes, really, and it changed. And that's.
I see that.
Why would they change his the way Chris Evans acts so drastically from one movie to another?
I think it was his choice to kind of like change it up. Like, I'm going to be Captain America, I'm going to be the ultimate Boy Scout, and now I'm going to be a drug-addicted lawyer, which those are probably like two of the worst things you could be in America. And now it's different. It's something different. You know, you're going to see him as Captain America again.
Yeah, it's definitely a different take. You know, I would love if Chris Evans was Captain America forever and never anything else, but in all reality, he has to play in other things. I'm at least interested. I more so to see how gritty his addiction gets than anything
Before
else.
Captain America, Chris Evans was in Sunshine.
Okay.
All right, guys, our next movie is The Retreat. And holy crap, completely came out of left field for me again.
Yeah.
Another movie that's just awesome. Cillian Murphy looks like he's going on a trip, a retreat of sorts, with Thandie Newton.
An island.
To an island randomly, and they're pretty much secluded. There's no one else that's supposed to be here, and they stumble upon someone who has a gun, and he's all tatted up, and he's mysterious.
And it looks like he's talking about an infection. They almost allude to zombies, but you don't see it. As it goes on, they almost feel like he's just a crazy person, and that's such a cool idea.
It's a great build-up because you have Jamie Bell is the one psycho lunatic, whatever
Great
they find
actor,
on the
by the
island.
way. Awesome actor.
Love him. But they're on an island, and there is absolutely no communication, so they have no idea whether what he's telling them is true or if he's just crazy. And that's the whole movie is built on. Do we trust him?
That's suspense.
Or is he going to kill us?
And I tell you, like that alone already has me built up on the suspense of like, are we going to see zombies or are we just going to see this crazy person like take out these two people? And I love Cillian Murphy.
28 Days Later, one of the best zombie movies
Hands
ever.
down.
Scarecrow.
And yes, you can get the argument, zombie, virus, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're dead people coming back. It's a zombie
Same stuff.
Yes.
But man, I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited by this.
Next up, we got Heavy Times.
Whoa.
This looks great.
It looks borderline documentary, though.
Yeah, that's why
it's
that's
sort
the
of
appeal for me. It's like you're dragged along in this ride of these
Just
guys.
this annoying friend that is making it miserable for everyone else.
It's that guy that you like having around. He's a friend. He's been there forever, but he kind of
He's good in small doses.
He's good in small doses, but he just doesn't want to give you that small
it's a group
dose.
of friends that go on a road trip.
They're dragged on a road trip.
Yeah, dragged with this guy, the main character who just looks obnoxious, man. The
absolutely.
stuff he's saying, the way, like just his approach with everything.
His accent is just like kind of just.
And kind of looks
grating,
like he thinks
grating.
everybody owes him.
Yeah.
But you through him
Warps-
saying that,
warps
you
the
see
truth,
him like
warps all this
taking
stuff,
money
yeah.
instead of giving money, and
It looks real. It looks like an awesome experience and things that you can relate to.
I'm
That's
with you on that.
I saw in this movie.
Yeah.
What I like, what actually interests me about this movie is that we don't know anybody in it.
No.
Not at all.
And this is the kind of movie that makes actors in this situation.
Absolutely.
If they can pull this off, obviously this is a very low budget flick. If they can pull this off, then I mean they're making so much money and they're going to make a name for themselves in the same way. So this is one of those.
In that same sense, it kind of frightens me because I want this movie to kind of get some exposure, but when it's like that, it's really hard for them to really.
It is.
It might not open all theaters, so keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
I would definitely
Yeah.
suggest. It's available on iTunes right now, actually. So
Which actually I will probably
wanna check it out,
go home
yeah.
and watch it.
In my opinion, though, that's what kind of makes for the best fame. Though, is
absolutely.
Cult classic fame, you know.
I mean, honestly,
it could be an instant, you know.
A lot of those people were known beforehand, but look at Grandma's Boy. No one saw that when it was in theaters, and once it came out on DVD, everyone loved it. So.
I saw it in theaters.
Well, okay, okay, Cubby saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I saw it in theaters.
But I think, now that it's available on iTunes, I'm going to check this out as soon as possible.
Yeah, you guys check it out too. Let us know in the comments below.
All right, that's going to do it for Trailer Trash Talk. If there's any trailers you want us to review, let us know in the comments below. But until then, we'll see you next week.
Later, y'all.